Alright, everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So today I'm going to be doing a double EX skill showcase for you guys over here. So we got the Astaroth Origins arm over here. So you can say that's probably the only thing I was able to pull. So I did manage to put this into a custom, Iron Blood Orphans build over here. So we got the Astaroth arm and right there. So that is going to be one EX skill that we are going to be using. So I did went ahead and use this Awakening EX skill over here. So this is potentially, because of how badly implemented they did for the CX skill here. So I want something that I can kind of like alleviate myself from getting knocked out every other seconds. This one does actually comes with like a resistance of flinching for like a set period of time, but I think having like awakening skills, this one having a 29 seconds, effective time is actually going to be a lot more better. Last but not least, we will also be using the spirit of the is it Egni Cow here, if I pronounce it right, probably butchering it. This is going to be your Gundam Bell's late EX skill over here. So this is definitely going to be a full-on Iron Blood Orphans custom build over here. So the next one I have for you guys is going to be a double custom build over here as well, because I don't want to just go in and be all like normal. I want to go in with like a bang, doing a little bit of a customization over here. So I'm pretty sure this is something you guys may or may not have seen service in terms of like Facebook group, Instagram posts and whatnot. But this one over here is going to be a combination of the double variation series over here. So we have obviously the main thing I want to show off is going to be the XL Riser backpack over here. So my only complaint about this EXQ is actually, well, not the EXQ itself, that too, but in terms of the actual model of the game, is the GN drive is somewhat bigger than it's intended to be. I don't know why that is the problem, but in terms of the overall EXQ, one of my distractor of like why this EXQ may not be the best is because of the fact that when you are gonna using this EXQ, whatever remaining buffer timer you have on this EXQ actually is around 3 to 4 seconds because of how insanely long that is. So that is probably my kind of like you can say bash about this EXQ, but other than that, some of the ones that I have used over here is going to be the Transcend Riser sword over here. So this is going to be from your 007 sword series over here. So you also do get a melee buffing over here. So this is one powerful EXQ to be using a short timer count over here, so not bad. The next one we're gonna have is the high mobility mode over here. So this is gonna be from your Avalanche XC over here. So I never actually used this one myself, so this is gonna be my first time using it. So not bad overall. In terms of the color scheme, I actually did one for like a toned down blue just for the customization for this one over here. So I think it turned out very well as well. Like it turned out really good, better than I have expected. I think this is probably a little bit more better, you can say, anime accurate view. So yeah, so these are going to be the two suits that I am going to be showcasing up today. So without any further ado, first let's talk about the build. So this is going to be on my tank build over here because of the fact that I don't really have any healing on this one specifically, and then this one over here I don't really mind because in terms of the Astaroth CXQ, we actually do have a healing factor over here, so that is going to come in clutch. So without any further ado, let me hop into the limited time crew mode mission and see how they can dominate the battlefield. Alright, so we are in. So we are at a casino table over here. So in terms of why I don't like this EXQ, and a lot of people don't like it, because this is like, they give you like a pretty cool cussy EXQ, but this one does not have any iframe. So if you're gonna get swarmed by like a group of enemy over there, you will get knocked out. So that is probably something I think a lot of people dislike, the fact that this EXQ cannot really save you from any of that. But this one does give you like an anti-flinch for like a good second, so that's gonna be good. Because this week in terms of this crew multi-mission over here, if you are facing against this noble Gundam over here, the whip can actually kind of immobilize you for like a good few seconds. So that's why we don't like that at all, like that's why I want to activate this right now, so I can kind of get that immobilized with them, not immobilized, immune from that, excuse me. Alright, but in terms of overall EXQ, this thing looks really clean, like not even a lie. So you can definitely do, especially that part right there when he closes, like when he, what you call it, like kind of closes his sword, or like kind of putting it back to the sword holder. That thing looks clean, man, like not even a lie. This one definitely has a pretty cool finishing touch right there as well. So gonna back up a little bit over here. So you guys can see that I have the torso icon over here. So that tells you that I am kind of immune from getting hit for that duration of time. So they're gonna swarm me right here, but they have no way of really knocking me down because I do have, let's say, anti-flinch for like a good few seconds right there. But I do recall, like, if I get hit more than, like, if I do get hit by a lot, you can still kind of break that, I guess. I don't know. Somehow they can still do it. Alright, so let me activate this for the one last time over here. Yeet. Like, look at that. You can still get knocked out for instance like that. But alright, calm down, guys, calm down. So let me see if I can take down all at once. Alright. After this, I'm definitely gonna be doing like a what kind of power damage. Look at that. I got hit. So after this, I am definitely gonna be showing you guys how powerful this can be, like an all like offensive build. But in terms of this overall EX skill, it's just the fact that there is not gonna be any buffers. So in terms of what kind of like overall damage we can be doing, it's gonna be a lot more less than, let's say, EX skill that has, you know, some built-in attackers over here, because this EX skill innately is not going to be able to benefit from those buff traits. But I'm gonna be doing that at the very last. So up next we will be taking a look at the Exxon Riser. You can say a combination of Cessna's overall unit. So that being said, let me move on to that EX skill showcase for you guys. Alright, we are in. So I'm actually gonna put this on a tank build as well, because I was trying to use like an actual cooldown reduction build, and I was taking too many hits. So that's why, like, I can't really deal with all of this hitting me like that. So that's why I am gonna reserve to using this one for now. And what was that actually Avalanche XCS EX like that? I did not know it has like a semi cutscene to it. That's actually really clean. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that looks really good. So let me use this right here. Can I hit all of them? Yeah. That looks really good as well. So it does give you a temporary access to Transam, but just for a short, tiny little bit. So gonna be using this again. Can I hit multiple? Ooh, what? Hey, that looks good as well. So I was able to target multiple. Hello? That's good. Nice. I did not know that has targeting multiple enemy as well. So they look good. They definitely look really good. So in a multi-mission purpose like this one over here, definitely gonna be able to use the full potential of them. So if my suit was able to like nullify stunning, or let's say non-flinching, man, this is gonna make this EX skill 10 times more effective right here. I'm gonna do this actually. If I can back up, alright. If I can back up, please, stop hitting me. You guys can eat all these right here. Yes. And you can eat this. Whoops, I got knocked out. No. Yeah, that's the benefit of having like a non-flinch for like a set amount of seconds. Because right there I was taking way too many hits. I just couldn't do anything because of that whip melee weapon. Is just way too powerful than it needs to be. So I'm probably gonna try to see if I can take out one of them first, and then I'll use can I actually just take out, I'll take out Noble Gun first. Okay, you can please. Oh my gosh, man, I don't want to take down both of them. Alright, I guess, oh gosh, I guess I have to. I gotta target one of them only. Ooh, I just like the fact that how they have included like the actual Transam logo when you actually activate that. So that's probably one of the cleanest things that I have ever done. It's not anything too like spectacular, obviously, but that little gesture definitely make this EX skill really worthwhile right there. So there you go. That is going to be your you can say Cessna SCA's overall unit combination right here. So up next, I am definitely going to be doing like a what is like the maximum capacity you can kind of output. So I'm definitely going to be putting it on my casual buff, melee build. So we'll be right back and see how powerful both this one and then the Astaroth arm EX skill can be. Alright, with that being said, that is going to be the EXQ showcase in terms of how both of them. So this one over here, the Astaroth Origins Arm, as well as the XM Riser in their respective, limited time multi-mission, as well as how they can handle in like a 1v1 situation, whether or not you want to play with your friends, you want to use it for arenas and all that. And I feel like they are, after using it for like a few days already, I do have to say they definitely do have some pros and cons. I think the biggest weakness of the Gamma Lano Namore story over here is just that you're not getting that initial iframe, so that means you can literally get knocked out that EXQ if your enemy is like whatever action they're performing. So that is probably going to be the biggest letdown you can be looking at, but in compensation they are going to give you a little bit of a resisting to flinching for like a set period of time. I think the second effect, being able to erase debuff for like a just for activating it is actually pretty cool, but I do kind of think that in current game meta, I don't really think any debuff really matters to you if you're talking about like a PvE situation. If you're talking about maybe like in a PvP situation where you actually live PvP, which I don't think is gonna ever happen in this game, but maybe they will eventually, or maybe not. But I do feel like the second effects is probably something that you won't even be able to activate in any kind of situation, or it's not going to be really that beneficial, right? So yeah. In terms of the Transam Extended Strike over here, first of all, in terms of the pros, I definitely do like the overall gimmicks. The opening session or the sequence actually giving you that actual Transam, ray, or no, the actual Transam logo. That is actually quite fitting, because that is literally something we don't have. And then for those who does not know how the Transam system actually works, that is literally what they would display on the actual cockpit if you're piloting a unit. So that was a pretty nice touch right there. But in terms of the overall, like, in terms of the other pros I want to mention is that actually what kind of gimmicks that is packed into the GXQ, giving you some attack boosting, squad recovery, as well as speed increase. This is definitely something I think everyone wants, and then this one is able to come up to SS minus power at base level 1 EXQ is definitely fantastic as well. But in terms of what are some cons that I want to give to this EXQ specifically is just the fact that the overall animation time for this EXQ is extremely long. So I want to say give or take you have roughly about maybe 15-ish seconds in terms of the effective time of your buffer, your attack buffer. And in terms of the overall timer for this EXQ is around like 11 seconds, I recall, something around that line. So after you finish up EXQ, you only have 4 seconds remaining to kind of roll over your attack buffing, which overall it's not really going to help out at all. So that is probably one of the biggest letdown from the CX2, just a little bit being too long, so you're not really going to be able to stack up your attacks. But overall, definitely a great looking EXQ for aesthetic purposes, so that is definitely something we can give an A+ for. So with that being said, that is going to be some EXQ showcase for you guys over here. So yeah, I'll catch you guys all on the next one.